Hey, what's up, YouTubers? This is John Rambo, and tonight I want to touch on the classic debate. This is my unbiased opinion about an AK versus the AR during the SHTF. So people argue about this, and I have a history with both rifles, and I'll explain my history first. Okay. Starting in 1994, I began my career in the Army. So I shot the M16A2 or the AR platform back in 1994. That was my first, that was when I first touched an AR-15 or M16. And okay, so I done my basic training, I done my AIT, I got out, come home, got me a job, and got me some money, and then I started looking for, these scary assault rifles, and I found the Chinese Mac 90. By 1994, there was some kind of gun ban on. I think the Clintons enacted that. It only affected cosmetics of a firearm. So I bought the Chinese Mac 90 for like probably $275 back in that time frame. I bought it because, AR-15 was probably what, $600, $700, $800 maybe. And I thought, that's a lot of money for a rifle. Back in them days it was for me. So I didn't get an AR-15, I got a Mac 90. And and throughout time, I bought a couple more AK style rifles. I guess price-wise. So I've had AKs, ever since I was in my teens, pretty much 19, something like that, years old. So I've also did IDPA rifle competitions with both of these. Or when I say it's side match competitions. At the end of the day, after we're done with pistols competition, we do side matches with rifles. I have used both the AK and an AR with the on these side matches. Now, that being said, a lot of times to me the AK is just, it's not a scope friendly platform. The AKs, I find mounting a scope on an AK just less than desirable. So I run all my AKs with iron sights, because if I find one on the battlefield, chances are it's not going to have a scope on it. So for training purposes, I just run them iron sighted. And the one time I took it down there and used it against ARs in the iron sight division, I pretty much won the iron sight division, but with the optics, there was 3 to 4 people with AR-15s that had better times than I had. They had optics. I don't know if the outcome would have been different if they were running iron sights or whatever, but usually in the rifle side matches, I will rank in the top 3 down there at my local IDPA. But not that day. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Most of the time, I will run an AR platform rifle in these side competitions. And like I said before, I'm usually in top 3 down there. So I have run both. And so when we start comparing these two, we're going to compare them as if the 7.62 by 3.9 is the AK and 223 in the AR-15. Now I know you can get both rifles. It's you can get 223 for the AK, you can get 7.62 by 3.9 for the AR platform. This is more or less about the platform. I will say some things about the rounds. The reason I'm saying we're saying this is 223 and 7.62 by 3.9 is because that's their most common calibers that you find these in. Okay, moving along. The size of the magazines. In the SHTF, look how much bigger the AK is compared to the M16 mag. The 223 is a more compact round. And I mean, this may not seem like a lot. That's probably inches and 3/4, and over here you probably got an inch. It doesn't seem like a lot, but you put 6 of these in a pack and see how much room it takes up. Alright, and another big debate is the durability. You know, how tough is this rifle? A lot of people say, yeah, if you get dirt in the AK, it'll still function. Well, yeah, it will, because it's got a lot of loose tolerances. And loose tolerances are usually, a rifle with loose tolerances are not that accurate. The AR-15 has tighter tolerances and is real accurate. And if it doesn't tend to run very well when they get dirty. That's just the nature of the beast. And alright, so you got the AR with the tight tolerances. You got the AK with the looser tolerances. Alright, the range. And this is why I was telling somebody last night. If you think you only need to shoot 200 yards or less, by all means, get an AK. You know, tough rifle, durable. If you think you need to shoot 400 or plus yards, you know, get an AR. I mean, it's then we go into the power factor of the rounds. You know, a lot of people compare the AK, the 7.62 by 39, to a 30-30 cartridge. It is very comparable. Now, I've seen videos before, and I've shot the AK. I've used it. The bullet weight is twice the weight of the 223, so you got a heavier bullet. And this one video I seen, these people had a house and they was shooting through walls to see the penetration. The AK would shoot through multiple walls, even refrigerator, and it was, you know, clearly a better penetrator than the 223. You know, the 223 might penetrate a couple of walls or whatever and stop, but it did not have the penetration that the AK had. So like, if I was going to choose a rifle, I would have to look at my environment. You know, if you lived in an urban area and you thought your shots were going to be under 200 yards, if you think you may have to shoot through car doors and you might have to shoot through walls, the AK might be your choice. Even if you live in the mountains where I do, and there's a lot of woods, and most of your shots are under 200 yards, that may be a good option. You know, but if you live out in the plains or something, or a desert where you can see a long way, this right here is probably the obvious choice. Over the years, the AR-15 platform has evolved. Like, for instance, they've taken off the carry handle and put flat tops on where it's very easy to mount scopes. The AK still got the dust cover, and yeah, they put some kind of scope mount on the sides of them, but it's not very easy to mount a scope and have any accuracy much. I mean, I know somebody's going to argue with me down below. I'm probably not going to argue with you in the comments. This is just my unbiased opinion and my experience over the years of what I've seen, what I've done. So me, you know, if I could only have one, I'm probably going to pick the AR-15. Another reason I like the AR-15 is its modularity. So I can take that 22 bolt and replace that bolt and replace the magazines with a 25 round 22 magazine. I got a whole nother gun. I got 22 that I can hunt small game with. You can't do that with the AK. A lot of people, you know, people's plan is to, you know, take off to carry like a 300 blackout upper. I don't plan to carry that much weight, but you know, so the AR-15 has that option of carrying different uppers, multiple calibers, and to me, you know, my choice is clear. You know, if I could pick one, it's going to be the AR platform. Does either one of them make a great deer cartridge? I'm going to say no to that. Will they kill deer? Yeah, they'll kill deer. So I've killed deers with 223, not an AR-15, but definitely 223. The 7.6239, it probably is a better deer killer. And if you're a person that thinks you're going to be involved in, or want to be involved in multiple gunfights, I'm going to tell you right now, your bug out plan is flawed. Because sooner or later you're going to lose one of your gunfights. My plan is actually just go in the mountains, and if my plan works, I'll just be using a rifle to hunt food. And so that's just, that's just the difference between my plan and what other people have envisioned. But so that's pretty much what I've got in a nutshell. This is John Rambo, and I'm out.